Alright, everyone, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. Now with 80% less disconnects. I don't know, I'm not gonna try and, like, you know, I'm not gonna try and destroy us here, but we are back, and another nice corrupt invention. I think this killer did actually change their build up just a tiny bit. I forget what it was. I'm just curious if we see that pallet loop again. Have you seen anything like that? Okay, this is a bit different looking too. Okay, this is vastly I'm not kidding. We played a Midwich game earlier today, and this is so much different than what it was. What are these loops? I have not seen this.
There are some different loops. Like, I've seen this loop many times. I've seen that the last one from the last map many times since the map was reworked.
Interesting. I'm just gonna have to load up into Midwich a couple times because this is so different. But yeah, but say it's not very safe. This is actually far more unsafe. And Tap will take a tag across the pallet. Wraith is gonna follow up. Looks like they did find a totem back here. Dropping this pallet. This is a little bit safer, but not by much. Trying to get them off guard, and they are vaulted. Oh my goodness, they're doing great on these mind games. Running into the back. Holding W, but I think they're dead. Yeah, they go down. No!
Oh! That was the greed. That was great greed right there. I respect it.
I cannot believe that worked out. They had Bloodlust 1, about to have Bloodlust 2, and they did not get it.
Oof.
Also, what am I talking about a totem? There's no ruin here. What am I talking about?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are you? I was gonna say, are we waiting for them to figure out there's no ruin?
Yeah. Next time, just like slap me or something. I don't know why I thought that was a totem.
I would never do that to you.
I appreciate that. You're a good friend. Speaking of good friends, survivors spreading out, not being that great of friends to each other. However, we are going to see them go upstairs. I am so surprised that they opened this up, and I don't know how I feel about it.
I actually really like, well, again, disclosure, I'm a Trapper main. This map actually just got better for Trappers, so.
Okay, that's actually pretty fair. That's actually really fair. Jen's still regressing. Survivor's doing a really nasty job hiding out against the killer. And it looks like they are starting to reset. There's Tap getting a heal. Looks like they do see a Survivor in the corner over here. Is there a balanced landing? No, Ada will take a tag in the back. They need to get it down really soon, though. They can't afford to be hit and run for too much longer. Okay, yeah, this stupid tile. What are these tiles?
They're new Midwich tiles, and this tile, you could argue, is completely useless, almost.
Yeah, they made the tiles worse.
Yep.
I don't like that.
You think that's bad? You should see the pallet that can spawn in the hallway.
I have seen that. That is actually
It's like
funny.
a tree trunk and a pallet.
Yeah, that was actually kind of funny. No pain res going up, but Eruption did proc on the generator. It's like gens have not a lot of progress. They finished one gen, and that's like 30 and 40% on two separate generators. We'll see they are able to find a survivor, kick them away, apply Eruption to the generator, and not gonna follow up on that. I mean, I guess they do fall to the bottom of the map. They gotta walk all the way back up.
Yeah.
Ooh, someone is gonna come in for the unhook, but it's gonna not be a hook trade. Ada, in fact, taking a body block. I don't know if I do that. This killer really wants to tunnel.
And they're saying if you want to be tunneled, we will tunnel.
Ooh, but they ran into this generator. I don't know if that was intentional or not. Not getting the tag and getting a good pallet stun. Ace with the... Oh, they have smash hit.
Was that smash hit?
I like that. Is smash hit not the coolest perk?
I respect smash hit. Smash hit is exhaustion done right.
It is, though. And it's a 20-second cooldown, which makes it even sweeter.
Yes, exactly.
So you gotta be careful here. The hitbox for this pallet is actually way larger than it has any right to be, and you can get stunned on that corner.
Yep.
But I say they need to get this down ASAP. Surprise! Wait, okay, but I say Ada just now mending, and David will take a hit for their troubles. I'm really surprised at how long this game is starting to drag out. I would have expected 2 more gens to be done, but okay, there's one. Maybe we'll see another in a second. This game is actually like... I
might disagree with that hit, just a little bit.
I might second that disagreement. That's kind of rough. Eruption procking on the generator, but I think it's already been applied to one, so yeah. Okay, that's what I was waiting for.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way the servers don't have more gen pressure. So yeah, there's the other two. And so now we're at 2 gens remaining, only 2 hook stages. But I say, hit and run, it's not the worst, but you actually have to find service. Hey, there's that middle pallet you're talking about.
That unapologetically useless pallet.
It is pretty useless. That is fair.
See, the thing about Wraith games on Midwich is the Wraith, there is no in between. The Wraith either dominates completely or the Wraith gets dominated. There is no real in between.
That's actually pretty fair. I don't see many, 1 outs. It's usually, 3 out or nothing.
Yep.
Ooh, looks like they do find David, though. Curious if they're going to be able to get any distance here. I say... But there's no bamboozle, though. They can just run back around. There's no decisive here, right? So this David's just dead, right?
Yeah, that was a questionable pathing choice.
Unless
our Ada was trying
down.
to go... Oh, she was trying to go for a beamer save.
Oh, flashbang, actually. Looks like they might have tried to go for a flashbang, but made a little bit of noise. This could be a second hook. And it is going to be a pain res, so... Killer just now bringing out pain resonance.
I mean, the late pain res can actually pay off.
True. Might have been why the gens were actually able to go in such a way.
And a pain res on a second hook is actually... Call me crazy, that's stronger than pain res on the first hook.
Depending on when you get that second hook, I would actually agree. If the first chase took 50, 60 seconds, maybe that first pain res is pretty sweet, but
yeah.
Curious though, survivors just now spreading out back to the gens. Looks like Ace might take a hit here. That they will. And they go in for the unhook. And I say, this is when David needs to run. There's the For the People though coming in from tap. And David going into the corner. Yeah, you can't commit to that. You have to go for the survivor instead. Now you're talking about right. The second pain res here is going to be huge.
Yep.
Oh, they got the fastball, but it wasn't enough. And that's going to be, I believe, second hook coming in for tap. No, first hook.
Respect for the fastball there. That's not an easy fastball to get.
True. It's like Portal Room at Hawkins.
Yep.
So they're going to be doubling up, and this might be a pain resonance. Not sure. Yeah, it was. I'm surprised they didn't call it out. Also, I forgot that Chemical Trap was allowed, and that's just so degenerate.
Yeah, it is.
Especially on the God Palace on this map, it'd be kind of brutal. Oh, I think they might have shown that they were swinging too early, but good pallets done regardless coming in from Ada, and the Killers had enough of that. They're not going to commit. Man, that pallet's so useless.
It's a beautiful pallet.
Uno coming in on tap, but it looks like they're going to swap over to Ace. I think Ace does represent another pain res potentially. Ooh, not uncloaking. I say now this is a whole lot less safe. Oh, I think they baited the hitbox being close, and now Ace very much looking to be dead here. Eruption proccing on the generator so they know where that person is. And that gen is not anywhere near propping. Killers kind of bringing it back and getting their stages.
Yep, and we know this. Well, that's the thing about DBD, right? And we know this is a pain res. That's the thing about Dead by Daylight is the killer gets stronger the later in the game. It's always been that way.
Oh, did you see that? They didn't quite tap the gen to completion. That way they can't apply Eruption.
That's smart.
Very smart.
But for a gen that low in progress, is it really worth it?
I think so. I mean, obviously, like, you don't want that Eruption to come in later on and prevent you from finishing it. Ada, with her generator, Survivor's pushing back now. And this is first hook for the Survivor. So Ace can actually sit there for a while, but it's between two of these gens, so you really can't afford to. Oh, good flashbang attempt, but that is going to be an M1. They are going to commit to it. Ace getting unhooked. Not dropping down to go after Ace, instead just taking chase with Ada still. And it's going to be another eruption and down. I'm curious if Tap is working on... No, Tap went for the unhook. But that means David's actually pretty close. Has Ada been hooked on a pain res?
I don't think so. He's traveling quite a distance for that for that hook. Yep.
Good call. They were traveling quite a bit. They've almost 8-staged this group. I think there's one server that hasn't been 2-hooked yet. Oh.
Yep. Oh, that's bad news, Bears.
That was the one that Ada had been working on previously, got finished by Ace and Tap. Which means this gen's the most with progress, but again, eruptions. Oh, but the anti-gen kick regression mechanic is coming in, and that's gonna be hitting 2 eruptions effectively. Oh, that was a generous hit. Oh my goodness.
Max distance.
Good hit there. Oh, they did see another survivor coming in, but we heard David drop down, so they're really trying to pressure this generator. They're in chase, so that's going to block the... Yeah, Entity's going to block this, so Eruption's going to come in momentarily.
Ooh.
They see the survivor running away from it, leaving him slugged on the ground, going for pressure. Well, everybody is injured.
That's crazy. But everyone injured against the Wraith is not where these survivors want to be.
True, and you see the survivor across the map. You see these two. You know where everybody is. Wraith knows exactly how long they can take to try and snowball this. Oh, man, someone's going down here for sure. And this survivor's dead.
Yep. Are you sure?
No, you're right. Absolutely not.
It's David that's dead.
No, it's actually...
David and Ada.
Yeah, David and Ada, yep. And they're going to be resetting if... Oh, this killer goes the other way. I think they read it. They see that... No, okay. I'm about to say, if they went the opposite direction, they'd see where those two are hiding and healing, and that would have been game over. To be fair, this killer has effectively gotten their full share of points.
Absolutely.
Oh, there's the unhook coming in from Ada, though. I say, you might as well just go for that hit and body block.
Yep.
Adam staying down. They do get the pickup on Ace in the meantime, though. This is looking at potential 4K1 territory. That Gen's been regressing this whole time, even after... Oh, great mind game coming in from Tap.
Zoning him to the other side.
Forcing the pick. Do they double up on a Gen? They are doubling up. Oh, a 7% skill check.
Oof.
That might be it.
And that has to be the max amount of time for that Gen.
That Gen has been through better days. Ace being found here in the corner near bathrooms. Gonna be chased, but... You did call it. This is the only survivor that is not death hook, so... They're gonna be getting plenty of points for this chase and getting this down, but... Do they see any auras on it? No, they don't.
I'm surprised he got another eruption off that Gen.
I think it's the last one. I think after they apply... I think after they apply this kick, I don't think eruption works anymore.
Yep.
But you should... I think you still get the aura reading. Survivors, if they get this reset off... I'm about to say, yeah, you need to go for this hook. They do get the reset in time. This is going to be close.
Yeah, it is.
I think the only question now is... If the survivors give a killer an early tag... Oh, and they find scratch marks... This might be where they can't get the last Gen done. Oh, great stun.
Oof. His timing was on point.
It absolutely was. Ada, in the meantime, will get the unhook on Ace. David will take a tag, and I imagine we'll go upstairs, try and lead him away from the generator. Yeah, but he's not going to take chase. Do they find the reset point or not?
That is a good question. This is one of the longer Wraith games I've seen, and they did find it.
Mm-hmm. Do they hear the survivor on top? We do hear that Gen worked. I thought he actually uncloaked. That was really, really good on their part. Oh, Ada coming in, but getting body blocked. They will end up taking a protection hit, though, in the meantime. Yeah, I think this is going to be a 4K1 after all. Ada going down in... What is this corner called?
I don't know if there's like one of those weird DBD slang names for it.
Sweaty
Watchtower?
Corner? I don't know.
Clock tower?
Clock Tower's a good one. Oh, David does get found.
Oh, that was generous.
Just a little bit. I think they might have been waiting to vault until the last second so they don't, you know, maybe try and mind game the killer to, you know, double around, but did not end up working. And now just trying to find Ace in the meantime. David hasn't been on the ground hardly at all, so it's going to be a full 4 minutes before they bleed out. And even if they do bleed out, doesn't really matter. Points will be the same regardless. So Ace has got to hide for his life here. But how do you hide on Midwich against the Wraith?
I mean, Ace is one of the quietest survivors by default in the game. I think it is possible, but it's going to be very difficult.
That's a good point. I keep forgetting that. I guess I'm just trying to think, like, what quarter do you hide in?
And at the end of the day, it is still an indoor map.
True. That is true. I'm about to say, do they go? I'm about to say, I don't think there's actually any incentive to pick up David at this point. Ooh, checking basement. That is a good spot to hide. Thinking he heard something maybe there, but not just yet. It has a minute and a half since David was been slugged on the ground. Still desperately looking for something.
I apologize. I'm quiet because I'm trying to listen for the the Ace.
No, understandable. I totally get it.
My goodness.
No sign just yet. Checking lockers as much as possible.
Oh, thank goodness he didn't go for the jump scare.
I have had so many survivors give themselves away by that jump scare. It's so funny. David's still by there. I wonder if they would use David to mask the moans of Ace.
That would be a big brain move.
Yeah, have Ace on like the top floor or something like that. So if there were anything heard, it would just sound like David. But I say they passed up this area beforehand. Now they're gonna go investigate. Oh, they found him. Ace was here. But I say this pallet is gone, I want to say, and yep. Ace going down. That will be 4K1 secured. Hello, David. Yeah, I just want to make sure David didn't get too far. But again, you could leave both these servers slugged out for the next 2 minutes and it would be the same. So, 4K1 in favor of Loyalty. Really solid set, all things considered. I'm impressed.
Oh yeah, that was one of the longer Wraith games on Midwich I think I've ever seen.
I would actually agree. That was I think the closest one I've seen might have been an Elysium. I think it was actually Elysium versus Eternal, and I think it was in last season's. No, it was during the Terror Trials, I think, and it was a Wraith mirror.
Oh.
Yeah, that game went on forever. That was a grindy game. But all right, everyone, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. Not a Tiffany. I think actually all the Chucky games we've ever seen were Tiffany. But regardless, we are in for the good guy. And so, fun fact: did you know that Chucky is the only one with the spectator bug now?
Is he the only one?
Yeah. So when Chuck, ooh, just going for distance on the power. Yeah, Chucky. Again, somewhat speculative. Chucky was the only reason we had spectator bug was because they introduced this killer as a concept, and then like 3 months later they came out. But 3 months earlier was the spectator bug. But now that the spectator bug, but Chucky's still bugged, so it's okay. See, this is what I'm talking. I think he's actually good on these short loops. Look at how well he handled that.
That was a straight short loop, though.
Okay, fair. That's valid. So what he does here. What you got, Chucky?
Okay, that just, he didn't even use his power for that one.
Okay, fair, but 2 and out, and they charged up saying, hey, I'm going to use my power, and they got the down. I think Chucky has the faster chases than Wraith, but Wraith is going to exert more map pressure. We'll see how the servers handle it. Looks like they're just now getting around to gens. 2 gens at about 25%. Looks like they're heading over to a pain res. Ruin is known and in play. And that was not a pain res. We hear a gen being worked on up top. Looks like they're heading up to it. Ruin is going to be regressing that generator as we speak.
Oof.
Yeah, I don't know. That was a really fast early chase, in my opinion. And I think you can.
Are we just camping this out? Is that a wise choice with the hook stages being 70 seconds now?
I'll be honest, I keep forgetting to take that into account, but I think again with this early of a hook, I think you can afford to. One gen's about to go down. This other gen is firing away at about 60%. I guess the question, and here's the other thing too. This hook spot, if the killer plays this correctly, he didn't play it correctly though. He even hit the iframe on the survivor. Oh my goodness, that was so well played.
I'm blown away by what I just saw.
So what I was going to say is that hook location, you could actually perfectly camp out. It requires 2 survivors to come and save. But Ace, like a bat out of hell, coming in and getting the unhook at the last possible second. And that is going to absolutely destroy the pressure Chucky was striving for just now.
Oh yeah, it's gone. That pressure is gone.
Yeah, and what you were saying to come to fruition, that was the absolute nightmare scenario for the killers. That is, yeah, all that time on hook wasted. 2 gens down, 1 hook there. They are going to look to go for the tunnel out here on Gabriel. All right, this is okay. We're gonna count every time the killer uses their power. Does it result in a down?
I thought you were gonna tell me to take a shot.
Okay, didn't work.
I thought it bugged out for a second there, to be honest.
I know that Chucky has a really weird thing with his power, but I didn't think it was that weird. Oh my goodness, great fake from Gabriel though. Here comes the hut around the corner. The crouch!
Ooh.
I'm gonna eat my words, Pally.
Yep. See, this might be a better one.
Okay, that was sweet.
Oh, that was tasty.
Beautiful hit, but that is a 3rd generator that is popped. This killer desperately needs a pain resonance somewhere. There's the Ruin getting cleansed momentarily. 50% on this generator, 50% on the other generator. They got 2 gens at 50%. Even if this is a pain resonance, which it is, there's another gen being worked as we speak. And Ruin going away at the same time.
The whole day ruined.
You know what? That is a respectable dad joke. I applaud that.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Now the question is, I don't know if the killer can afford to camp this out. They need to. This survivor needs to die, but you can't afford to camp this anymore. You gotta go and get your pain resin. That is what the killer's going to do. Ooh, not able to get the hit on Laura.
I have seen, comebacks like this before, but I feel like this is a loss for our Chucky here.
It might very well be. That gen is just pumping away as we speak. They do get the unhook from Laura. Ace is gonna get the balanced landing. I thought that was gonna be a hit.
I feel like it almost should have been a hit, to be honest with you.
It definitely feels like it. Oh, winning the 50-50, vaulting back, doubling. No. Okay, the killer caught on. I thought the killer didn't realize.
Oh my goodness. That should have hit.
That absolutely should have hit. I know that M1's like, they say, oh my word, Ace, what are you doing?
This Ace is juicing.
They do damage like an M1 going into the back. So I have had that happen a lot. Something is wrong with M1s. And they're saying there's nothing wrong, but I have seen enough M1s into the back of Survivor miss that something is off when M1s, and it started with Dracula. And I don't know what's going to be for the rest, but that chase went on way longer than it should have, and Quentin about to finish their generator. And Laura also, Gabe gonna double it up, and this is awful. This killer is getting multiple stages out here. There's the tag, no Ed.
Ooh.
All 5 generators complete, and that is going to be a win for Loyalty in set 1. My goodness.
Those short loops.
Okay, did you see that? It looks like he bounced off the killer.
I think that's a spectator bug.
It might very well be.
So it's not really the short loops, it's the narrow loops that he has a problem with his power at. You notice that?
Ah, that's a good point. Body blocks coming in from Gabriel.
I feel like that's an unrealistic body block.
I cannot believe that worked, but
How funny would it be if he could just slip in there?
oh yeah, like go through the killer's legs, that'd be great. Ooh, try to get it around the corner, they do, but there's gonna be heal techs coming in. Yeah, but I say this is gonna be a 4-out, it looks like. Yep. Really well played. That was incredible. Dear goodness. All right, everyone, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. We're loading back in for set number 2, trial number 3, loyalty. It's going to be surviving against Demonic's Ghostface and Pally. What do you think is going to happen? I'm just curious. Have you ever seen a Ghostface on the Hawkins?
I have. I've played a lot of Ghostface on Hawkins. And I think what's going to happen is going to be a lot of pallets, and there's going to be a lot of broken pallets, and a lot of jump scares. That's what I think.
I think that's pretty valid. We do see the Olsen wallet giving the killer the power back immediately after that stun. Survivor is somewhere over here, checking the corner. Oh, they do spook him. They do get the reveal, though, only halfway stocked. They're just going to go for the kick, and do they leave off? They do. Also, no corrupt intervention. I just noticed there's no corrupt intervention. What the heck?
That is a bold move for a Ghostface.
I would tend to agree. Sticking on this chase with Ace. Holding the top. Will they go? Ah, yes, I love that. They know about that tech. Ooh. Getting revealed, but that's 75% stocked on Ace. Do they commit to the... They're going to commit to this chase. They want Ace dead.
I don't know if that's the play, but who am I to say?
Yeah, but I say Ace should know they are very close to being stocked full now. But I say you just hide under this pallet and wait for the killer to commit, right? Ooh, no, they drop it. And that will be the... There's the drop sheath, but getting this... Oh my goodness, the speed is not going to be enough. I think they make it to this pallet. Body blocks coming in!
The timing of that body block.
That was phenomenal. That was phenomenal in every way. And now, Lord taking chase, another pallet stun coming in. These survivors, they're not messing around. Okay.
This is a frustrating start for our Ghostface. Frustrating for me watching this even.
Oh yeah, I'd be mauling. I would absolutely be mauling. Oh, but they stalk him through there. And that will be a reveal. That is going to be a down in just a moment. Eruption going off in the corner. And that'll be first hook coming in for the killer. Middle gen being doubled up, and that's going to be a pain res preventing it from finishing, though.
Look, you can say what you want, but it's still the first hook before the first gen is done.
True, and they get to go kick this gen with Eruption here in just a second. Actually, this gen having as much progress as it does, even with that first gen popping, this killer, despite having a really, like you said, frustrating, rough start, if that gen regresses to 0 with Eruption on it, honestly, not a bad start for the killer overall. It kind of netted out.
Yep. It's almost one of those situations where you feel like maybe letting him get that down, or maybe letting him get that down with the expose might have cost them a little less.
Yeah. Absolutely. Ace making their way over to get the unhook here, and I don't think they're going to be interrupted in the meantime. Unhook is secured. Ghostface is actually here, waiting for Laura to pass by them. They are going to go out for the tunnel here.
Going for the old pally tech.
Indeed, and into the pallet tech is dropping this. This is a god pallet to me. Not even gonna stick
absolutely.
at it. No balance landing coming in, and the survivor is still actually in a good place. They have this pallet to work with. Oh, but vaulting over the top, and that is going to be a down unless there's an auto aim. Oh, that is unfortunate. Second gen going down for the survivors.
That's infuriating.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely infuriating because I know exactly how that feels and what that happened. Oh no, now they're on the opposite side of this god pallet, cloaking up to try and maybe get some distance and closing in, but Sorry can just hold W. They vault across, not vaulting back, no panic vaulting. Kill's gonna go straight for the break, and this is starting to fall away from the killer, I feel like.
Call me crazy, but I think our Ghostface was chasing her the wrong direction around that pallet.
It's entirely possible. Getting a full stock, but that's not gonna be enough. They don't have the other add-on that's gonna, you know, cause the gen to regress. And Ace Even if they are exposed, is going to be able to stand up here, and this is looking dire for the killer now. Oh my goodness, there's no way. That was such a good fake out.
Oof.
Not even in chase either.
He can keep vaulting this forever.
Yeah, he really could, but he's not going to. He's going to leave entirely. That's so interesting to me. They have a
bold.
great palette. Another gen going down, 4 gens down. Ghostface really struggling. Survivor's putting on a great show here.
Oh, yeah.
Another hit tank coming in from Quentin. Absolutely phenomenal job from the Survivor, is really just taking the pressure off of Ace.
And if I'm this Ghostface right now, like you said, I am malding.
Yeah, this is absolutely brutal. They do get a lot of stock over on Gabriel. They could bring this back if they manage their stock and split it up. And maybe that's what's happening, is maybe they're not managing the stock. Oh, but this is something of a 3-gen potentially. Not a great one, but with Eruption and Pain Res. Nurses calling, coming in clutch for the killer. Do the Survivors know? It doesn't matter, they healed up in time.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe they got that.
That is so brutal, because yeah, they were healing through Sloppy, so it was literally the last few seconds of Sloppy applied. Now taking tag split up, but this is not a good spot to be in. Ace has to run to the next pallet, but I think they get to this vault location. They do. And now you can see under the...
That was an ambitious swing.
It was. It really, really was. Oh, getting... Actually, probably jump scaring Gabriel there, as Gabriel was not expecting him to come from that direction. But then you still have portal room to have access to. This killer needs to get it down ASAP. They are still in chase, so this window could block off any moment. I think it just did. Yeah, now they're going to go corner. They know what's happening. There's the eruption. And that eruption might be pivotal.
It might be.
I imagine this is going to be a pain res coming in as well, because this is the hook that Lara was on. Again, they've only gotten one hook this whole time. There's the pain res. But the question is, what is Quentin doing? Looks like they're rotating around for the unhook. They are still injured.
Quentin's being Quentin.
Quentin is being a Quentin. Rotating back around, maybe. Yeah, they did go for that unhook. Oh, but another... Dude, the hit tanks from this Survivor team is so impeccably perfect. Because, yeah, that was going to be a hit on Quentin. That was going to be another pain res. And Quentin makes the pallets.
Oh, shaving his backside with that one.
That means the Survivors that are doubling up on the gen are going to finish momentarily. Yeah, you cannot commit to that. You have to drop off to this gen, but they're going to know you're coming. But that does mean you're going to play Eruption. It gives you a second chance. Killer is not done yet.
They did get the heal off on the Ace.
True, true. Oh, but we see everybody over here resetting. Going down, we see others who are in the corner. Do they go for it? That they do. Even hearing Ace in the corner over here, I don't think Survivors realize that a Nurse's Calling is doing so much work.
Yep.
Actually, if this killer comes back, it's actually might unironically be because Nurse is Calling.
It could be. I'm still questioning the non-use of Corrupt.
Maybe it's because, like, technically, you don't ever really care to defend Portal Room or Topside Generator, as they're both single gens that really have to go out of your way to get. That might be the reason. Oh my goodness! 2 minute people slugged. They have Laura on the ropes now. Ace has to make their way back to get the pickup on Gabriel in the meantime. There's the pickup on Gabriel on the opposite side, but now the killer making a bit of a comeback in the driver's seat, getting some stock up, not able to get the lean. One of the biggest things I hate about dedicated servers.
Yep.
Another eruption being applied. That anti-regression mechanic's about to kick in, though.
Yeah, that gen's about had it.
So they're going to be heading out to the, again, great spot, opposite side of the map to reset. Killer's slowly making a comeback. If they can interrupt this heal and or find this Laura to get the stock off fully, they'll be in a really good spot potentially. About to say, looking around, I think they're looking around for that reset, but again, Survivors aren't going to be anywhere near these gens. actually setting up eruption on all these generators now.
Risky.
It really is. We see servers did to get the reset off. Lara hanging out in portal room. Honestly, I think Ghostface is just going to kind of hover this area. There's no reason not to. This might be the hook they were looking for. Because how do you finish
this is
the
a
gens?
very good hook.
Yeah, and obviously the biggest bonus here is that the gen that has the most kicks on it is the one that is in line of sight. But they can start working on it. Here they come in for the unhooks. Body block's coming in, but it's not. Laura's gonna go for the unhook, and they actually don't get the body block off.
Going for an injury here? Yes, he is.
Yeah, they are. Again, wasting as much time on survivors as possible. Mind games coming in with the power. They are cloaked. This might be enough distance. No, they miss it across the way. Oh, great mind game, though, coming in there. And do they go back for Laura? They're healing Laura. We see the... Oh, my goodness. This has actually gotten a lot... This is way more of an intense endgame than it has any right to be.
Oh, absolutely. He has to get the slug pressure here. That's his only shot.
True. And... Wait. Wasn't that pallet already thrown? Is that a different god pallet?
I think that's a different pallet.
Okay. But I say, did these survivors make enemies necessary? Are they actual savages? Oh, that was a
That
great
would be
game.
that'd be the Giga Chad move.
Going down, other survivors still... Okay, never mind. The other survivor did get picked up. And it looks like they're going to be going across the map to reset. No, they're just resetting under where they dropped. This is going to be another hook in the back, though. Oh. A little bit of a spectator bug, so we're going to have on survivors for a bit. Getting the reset on Gabriel. I'm at a loss. Can the killer bring this back?
Listen, anything is possible.
Also, that's a great mask. I love that mask.
That is, you know what? It's not what's up, but it's good.
It is good. It is good. Still waiting for our killer to spawn anywhere else other than the hook. This is not, they're not base camping, folks. They are somewhere stalking, and I really wish I knew where.
Oh, really? Because I thought Ghostface was getting intimate with Laura there.
No. Yeah, there we go. Just, took 40 seconds. Yeah, waiting for Eruption to be back up so they can apply it. But now, that gen might only have one more pop on it left before it goes away. Here they come in for the unhook. Body block's coming in. Ooh, it's going to be a hook trade, though, as Ace is not able to come in because they're going to body block the other direction. Eruption popping on the gen, and I think that gen might just be toast. I don't think they can stop it from finishing.
Oh, he's got to go back.
Yeah, but I say Laura, like, they can't commit to Laura there as much as they want to. And they have stopped that gen from regressing, and I think at this point it's not going to... Are they going for one final pain res? Do they count the number of regression events on that gen?
Maybe. Nope.
It must. I thought they used pain res on that survivor anyway. So, yeah. Regardless, gen looking frosty, getting worked on as we speak. Killer's gonna. They found the reset point again. They're holding the corner this time, so they're gonna see the killer coming. But I say that was the mistake they made last time. They didn't hug the corner, and so they didn't see the avenue they were going to come through. This is actually a really mean reset point. There's no other direction the killer could come from, so you can see both angles. Gonna be forcing the pick. Wait, did Eruption just go off?
It did.
No. Yeah, the
not on that gen, though.
Anymore.
Yeah, that gen's fully regressed.
Yep, and Ace has not been hooked yet. They are fresh. Heading back to this unhook on the survivor. They will be able to get it. Both these survivors are injured. Gabe gonna take a body block. Going to go after Laura. I'm about to say, Killer can technically pull something out here, but I don't know how they're gonna do it.
If I'm this Ghostface, I would have tried to look for the ace, get that fresh hook.
Well, yeah, you know where the ace is because they had to finish the gen. You know where the other two survivors were, but can you afford to waste when they're just gonna throw every other survivor in front of you? I don't know. I imagine they're working on the exit gate as we speak. Yeah, Laura working on the exit gate.
Are they going to throw every survivor? One's on the hook, 2 are injured.
Maybe. Looks like they do find Laura in the meantime. They're going to stop this this exit gate from finishing. This will be a death hook. Now check exit gates. They're not on any exit gates right now, though. They're going for the unhook, and that means... I don't think you're going to find Ace. I think they're going to completely hide Ace away. Unless you just happen to run across him. They're going to go for it. They're going to say, no, I want to find Ace. They found him! Oh, that's huge.
That's huge. But if he makes it to that door, which is completely possible...
Yeah, but I say they open that door. The other survivor comes screaming out. Yeah, exactly. Take that hit tank. There's no...
Oh, no!
There's no door here.
Rue, I'm going to cry.
Oh, that's so savage. Oh, man. Yeah, you had to take the hit there and hope that you could catch up. All right, everyone. Welcome back to Champions of the Fog. We are loading in for trial number 4. This could be anyone's game here, folks. This is going to be really, really difficult. Loyalty's killer, as long as they really just make sure that nobody leaves fresh, should be able to eke out enough points. Oh, okay. Okay. What is this pallet? Can we just talk about this pallet for a second?
This might be the pallet of all time.
Like, oh my goodness, I've seen this spawn so many times. They only get about half stock on Ada. Because I thought Tap held the corner, but they didn't. Tap is being found. But yeah, look at this insane pallet. You have to get rid of this. That's
on the same level as the Larry's God pallet.
Honestly, fair. Oh, Ada's in trouble now. She is like 95% stock. Loyalty already with a really good survivor target. Okay, this is what I like to see. You juggle the stock on different survivors so that way at any given time you can kind of just ambush them. And that's what we're seeing here. Ruin doing some work as well. Oh, that was a great fake into greed.
Ooh.
However, stock can be coming in, and you can definitely stalk through this area. They do get the reveal, though. And it's going to push Ghostface away from this chase.
My goodness.
Well, no, they're coming back.
I'm a big fan of the Shard of Ice as a weapon.
It's a pretty slick weapon, I'll give you that.
It is. It is.
Might even say it's a bit metal. Another really strong power.
Oh.
Yeah, that's that drop leg sheath going in. That's going to be a first down on Ada.
If she had been any further, that would have been a whiff.
If they didn't have the speed from the add-on, that would have been a whiff. That was perfect connection. And I think Ada was correct in greeting it, but the drop leg sheath getting the down effectively with that 10% speed. Getting a pain res as well. First gen still has not popped. Killer's stalking around, but will get revealed. Survivors need a gen now. Well, David, about 70%.
We do see a totem in the distance. We can only assume that can only be one thing.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely haunted ground. I'm kidding.
I was going to say it's definitely plaything.
Wait. That gen over there has a lot of progress. That was one of the ones Dave was working on, and the ruin's right next to it. Huh.
You're a lot less likely to go towards that gen if ruin does not get destroyed.
That's valid. Oh, trying to get the body block, but not able to. And that is going to be a hook trade. I think they're going to finish 2 gens, though. One at... Well, not with this pain res coming in.
If we've learned nothing since back in 2018, it's that going to your ruin makes people destroy your ruin.
That is true. Ghostface is heading over this direction. We see... Yeah, David does catch wind of them. I'm surprised David never noticed this totem, though. It's like right next to that generator. Oh my goodness, they were ready in 99. Oh, here comes the 50-50. Faking it, but just going down. But I say, this killer's getting all their fresh hooks right now, and there's still 4 gens remaining.
Yeah, this is not looking good for our survivors.
I say, this is
unless
not the
2
start.
gens pop right now.
Yeah, exactly. But we know the gens that with the most progress. That's another pain resonance that I imagine it went to the gen. They are resetting in the distance, though.
And if the David did not see that ruin there, if he didn't actually see it, that's psychologically, they're not going to go back there to look.
They really aren't. There also might just be the situation where maybe they don't want to cleanse ruin because, like, you know what? Killer probably has eruption. We don't want to deal with that. We'd rather just, you know, work through Ruin and with the, you know, coordination. Also,
the thing,
look at this.
A good killer.
Look at
a
this.
good killer is gonna squeeze every ounce of value out of Ruin.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Ruin is doing the Lord's work right now, and the gen situation on the bottom is actually quite strong in their favor. They are going back to that generator again. I don't want to call it now because obviously the game's still very young, but the killer has an immense amount of pressure, and the survivors are essentially got to do what the Ghostface did last game and pull some serious moves to get this back in their favor.
You also have to keep in mind this survivor is hooked in the middle of like 4 gens that are really close together.
Absolutely. And you've got several avenues that you can body block, and actually, yeah, they have to send 2 survivors to get this unhook.
Yep. And this is, like you said, Ruin doing the Lord's work. Yeah. Absolutely.
Second stage secured, going after Ada now. Ada's already been hooked once. Getting the reveal, though, only after about 40% stock. Getting their killer, I'm going to say getting their power back immediately with that break. Getting more stock, about 70% now. Heading back towards David to see if they can interrupt the unhook. But I say survivors? Oh, they do good. That was kind of a random unhook, but now David in a bit of trouble. They are going to go to the opposite side of the map. They have to be very careful here not to go down. David.
Oh, hits him out of the pallet.
I'm going to say that anime. Oh, but Ada perfectly aligned.
That hurts my soul.
Huge second chance for the survivor here. Oh, but get the pallets done.
She could not be any closer. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I thought they revealed her. That's what I was saying. Oh, I didn't see the haste status effect from the drop sheath, but all right.
That is 99.999%.
It really is. That is the closest I've ever seen. And they do finish 3 gens now. David in the back of the map running for their lives. I think David has Lucky Break.
I think he would have gotten that hit if he had swung for it.
It's possible, but I think it's just better safe than sorry. And they do end up going down in the end. That is going to be a survivor out of the game momentarily. Ada was here to get the save, but she goes down.
That is a turning point and a half, potentially.
It is. Adam only 50% on their generator. It's not a pain resonance, though. And Tap 40% on theirs.
And if I'm not mistaken, he's used pain res on Ada?
I believe you are correct.
Yeah.
That is second hook. They have to keep Adam out of line of sight. If they find Adam, it's game over. And they found Adam.
Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, the survivor has to make an immensely good chase here. Getting stalked 80%, and they're gonna leave them all together. Pushing back again. Ruin still up this whole time.
They did the gen next to Ruin, so they psychologically they're never gonna go back and look for that.
I think they're also just I think they in their mind they're like, you know what, we can kind of deal with Ruin if we need to, but now they might be regretting it. Not quite getting the full stock on. There we go. Speed coming in, catching up momentarily, and Adam goes down. I think at this point, even if the survivors get everyone out. Oh my goodness!
The pallet stun heard round the world.
Giving Demonic a breath of chance. Like this is the second chance they desperately needed. Okay, I think Ada might be on cocaine. She is doing so much work for the Survivor Squad. Getting pallet saves, getting flashlight saves. This is some MVP level play from Ada.
Ooh, you're chasing the wrong guy. You really need to be on that Adam.
I think they're just saying, like, you know what? We can still get the... Like, there's still plenty of room for them to win here. If you get this survivor down, hook them. That's 2 separate survivors that are going to be death hook at that point. You've only got 1 fresh. That's still looking pretty grim. And again, given that set 1 was such a win for loyalty, set 2, even if it's a tie, is not a good signal for Demonic. Demonic needs to outright win this set if at all they can help it. And they even find the reset point, and Adam goes down, but it's going to be under a pallet. But okay, now they know where Ruin is, but a little bit too late.
Oh, that's
That's Death Hook for Ada. And Adam is going to be hooked. And I think it's looking like Loyalty is going to be coming away with a W here. No pallet save this time. Yeah. Loyalty is going to come out 2-0 on top of Demonic. And that should secure their place in the playoffs. They had to win this game. And
yep.
My goodness, did they show up. This actually might be one of the better sets of Group B that I've seen this season. And they actually find Tap to finish up. And it's going to be a 4K2 for Loyalty.
Oof.
So I'm just kind of like... I'm just kind of stunned.
Yeah, no, that's... that. It's amazing how any killer can snowball.
Absolutely. That was incredibly well done. And these survivors are going to slowly but surely die on hook and be sent back to the campfire in a nice, orderly fashion to the entity. And again,
off topic, we have the Triforce on the barrel there.
Well, it's missing a triangle. It's close. It's close. But yeah, no, absolutely well done to both these teams. But again, and not okay. I still think Demonic is going to be #1 seed for Group B in playoffs. But Loyalty absolutely had to win this game, and they did. So really, really well played. And that will be all for today, folks. We'll be back tomorrow for a 12 o'clock and 2 o'clock Central Standard Time game. And I believe we even have 3 games on Sunday. It's either 2 or 3.